boys at all in the temple. Maybe they'll let us go there, but there are a lot of...
Old City Square has 51 5 degrees of freedom. Make me...
On the way home, I got hungry, and I ate it.
We're Americans, and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating, and I'm reading a book, and this wave just comes up.
Robot, but it is controlled by living brains like those inside your head. Researchers.
This moth isn't just swinging around, it's been bugged.
Grow collections around 3,000 brain cells in the lab. The cells grow collections with each other and start communicating
using electrodes implanted into his muscles.
Some are hard to found out respond predictably. Signals from robots or ultrasound distance sensor.
Here, signals are sent to its left flight muscle to make it lift that wing.
The output from these cells can be used to control
different signals can be sent for it to lower its wing, to lift both wings at once, or to make them flat.
They each have a motor in them, and it actually drives forward when I walk. It actually powers that knee through the step.
Powered through Bluetooth technology.
Increasing the frequency of the pulse makes the wings beat faster. If a signal is sent only to one side while the moth is flying, it will veer in that direction. Implanted electrodes into the brains of tree beetles,
and they
close to
talk to
neurons
each
that
other and try to
control flight.
mimic the stride length
A computer
that the
program
other
in the
one's doing. If I
device
speed
controls
up,
the
the other one
beetle,
can realize
and
it's
here,
doing it, and
beats
it'll
its
speed up
wings
as well.
and takes off when a negative voltage is sent to its brain. Researchers are putting moths in control and using them as a pair of eyes. They've found out how to intercept signals from their visual system and how to use them to make a robot move. Here, a graduate student demonstrates how the robot can be steered. Combining living and machine components could eventually make robotic systems more effective.
Legs when an IED hit his convoy in Fallujah, Iraq in 2006.
The IED went off directly underneath me and took off basically everything that was hanging over the ledge of the seat, my legs. And then it killed my sergeant in front of me and my good friend next to me. My gunner lost his right leg. I shattered my hip. I have 32 pins in my hip. I broke my pelvis, so I have a 6-inch screw holding that together. I lost both legs above the knee. I broke 4 fingers, broke my jaw, broke my nose, lacerated kidney. So.
Did you seriously think you could somehow change the world from here?
Yeah, sort of at first.
And how do you feel about it now?
I'm not blazing with satisfaction or anything. But the truth is, it all ended for me the instant I shared my memories with you. At that point, my work was done. I figured that you'd probably be able to run with it from there.
You're a hell of a liar, kid. I clearly recall you didn't want me involved.
I'm sorry, but the minute you share and synchronize all your information, you lose your uniqueness and become absorbed into the unconscious maliciousness of a third party that has no motive. Or perhaps into the will of someone who does have one.
Are those your words based on what you've gained from hard-earned experience?
Yes, and the fact is, you yourself play the role of the laughing man copycat as well.
Well, I have to admit it was a fascinating phenomenon. At any rate, what was your underlying reason for triggering such a huge event in the first place?
To you, everything that's happening in the world appears phony to be something other than what it is, right?
Is that TV sound, Jim?
Yes. When it comes to cyberization, I'm pretty much the shining example of a poster boy. So you'd think at the very least I would have felt terrified at the thought of contracting cyberbrain sclerosis. I'll tell you, it was a simple...
Step right this way. All right, here we go again. Step right this way. Life breaks inside. Be amazed and wonder.
All right, folks, here we blow. Let's get into the idiocracy of what we got for today. Let's go through our disclaimers and stuff and things, and then we'll get into this.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program. Disclaimer: the views.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard. Action Bastard, I need you. Action Bastard, I need you. Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second, are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead. You're stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, you're stupid. Okay, so let's bring in our co-hosts, and then we'll bring in everybody, and we'll get the beginning started of the stupid stuff and the things that I have planned.
Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
How is it, Brainless?
Howdy, yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Good,
Like earlier, I was watching Vice on YouTube about targeted citizens. Quite interesting.
And we've gone over that, and we will go over that in the near future as well. So anyways, let's blow on and bring in our other guests, and we will blow each other from there. I mean, we'll blow on from there.
Mama!
Oh, mama.
War never changes, and we are the Galactic Penguin Federation, NASA's enforcers. We rain fire on our enemies and fight hand-to-hand across the galaxy. We are ever seen, yet we are never seen in our fight for liberty. We will kick down any door and fight any secret societies.
I knew it. She's a lizard person.
My name, Commander 401. And this is how we handle our problems.
You gotta step up and beat that bully with a stick.
Hey, hey.
Hello,
Everybody. Hello, everybody. Oh, wait. Okay, how's everybody doing? Everybody say something or things and
hello.
Good day,
everybody.
That we are.
How's everybody doing?
Great. Had a great day at work. Last night we recorded an awesome episode in Unboxed Politics.
Nice.
We covered what I don't know how to put it. It was Bill O'Reilly back in the early 90s but it was just before he went on air live, and he's freaking out over the fact that the teleprompter.
Oh yeah,
has
we'll do it
words on
live.
there that
We'll
he
do it
doesn't really
live.
understand.
That one.
Yeah, that one
Yeah,
exactly.
where he's
So
freaking
we
out.
covered that one.
He's
Holy
all
shit, we got right into it.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Wow.
yeah, that'll be coming out probably in about a week or two.
Oh yeah, that one is like a
podcast,
meme.
so.
That's a meme.
Oh yeah,
It's awesome.
It's such a great interview. So we had a good time doing it.
Ah, good.
Yeah, well, yeah, good that you had fun.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm really liking the direction that thing's going. So
Oh, good.
and some of the we got a video that we just dropped on Saturday. It's already got like 500 or 600 views. So I mean that's a lot for
That's
us.
awesome.
So
That's sweet.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right. So
Slim, you're muted if you didn't know.
I'm
So I think
having
you told us-
problems. I'm having a problem finding the video we're supposed to be going over.
Oh no.
You
They
did
fucking
send me
did.
one in the DMs on Discord.
Yeah, that's about the douche nozzle who said that prison is fun and there's lots of games and he wants to stay there. But that's not what we're going over
Really?
today.
Okay.
Because it's
Yeah, he
fun.
The judge was like, "I'm gonna let you out," and he goes, "No, I want to stay in prison." Which
But
is
it's
weird.
funnier, Judge.
anyways.
That's funny.
Give me a second. Give me
the
a
only thing I
second
can
to
think of
find.
is that his life is in danger out on the street, so he doesn't want to leave jail.
Possibly.
Well,
that
and
makes
or
sense.
he's so much of a loser that nobody in his life shows
Nobody-
him any bit of attention.
Except
you know
in
what?
prison.
Free rent.
He gets attention in
Yeah,
prison,
yeah.
though.
And every time he drops the soap in the shower, he definitely gets a new buddy.
That's
We
what
play
I was going to
games.
suggest.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. So
Because
that's
a lot of
hilarious.
those people, they be the closeted.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Most of them are closeted for sure. Hey, Al, we see
Hey.
you there.
For sure.
How's it going?
Oh, not too
But
bad.
give
I
me a
was
second.
here 10 seconds ago.
Let me
You're
try
full
it
10
this
seconds ago.
way. Okay, now I can see it for some reason. That's really weird. Nope, it's gone. It's not here
That
anymore.
is so weird.
Taken
Oh,
down?
no, hold on. I have to hold on. I had to accept seeing weird stuff or things.
So it's
right?
there, but you couldn't see it until you clicked a button or something.
Yeah, I had to click on the yes. We were going to watch a bunch of crazy insanity
okay.
and stuff and things.
Explicit advisory.
What's the best way for us to put up a trigger warning for January 6th? What's the best way to say this?
I don't fucking know, man.
Is there a good way to say this?
Well,
There ain't no fucking good way.
No, of course.
We
of course
are
not,
going
but
to
let me
be
try.
covering the biggest goddamn motherfucking idiots the world has ever seen that did something horrible on Jan 6. If you are sensitive to this or it brings back PTSD, please use your discretion.
Yeah, viewer
because,
discretion is advised.
Yes, and what we're showing is violence and terror. But do we promote any of this? Fuck no. We are anti any of the violence that we're going to be showing here. The reason why we're doing this stream today is because all of the fucking right-wing evangelicals are trying to say this was a picnic. This was just people walking into a unauthorized building to show how they wanted to jerk themselves off inside of this building for no reason. This was not warranted.
And
Multiple
they
people were hurt.
blinded several cops, 140 something cops, it might be more, were
And
injured.
actually-
There was
Yes.
broken bones,
Oh, yeah.
gouged out eyes, a
And
ton of
PTSD.
injuries.
PTSD
Mhm.
throughout this different services. Ashley Babbitt got herself.
No worries, Mango.
Ashley Babbitt got herself put in the situation that she did. Mingo, I'll check that out in a second because we're gonna say hello to the side of my chat in just a second. But once again,
The woman that was killed went into a window where there were Secret Service guarding some senators or had just gotten them out or something. She had a backpack on, and things happened.
well, and they asked her to please move outside of that window multiple times. And once again, the reason we're doing this is because we're going to show all of that stuff and show what really happened. Because
newsworthy.
There are still motherfuckers to this day that are claiming that Trump did nothing wrong and all of these people did nothing wrong. It was Antifa and blah, blah, blah. What we're doing today is we're debunking this. YouTube, we are debunking all of the claims that we're showing. So do not cancel us and do not tell us that we are for them. We're here to debunk and to prove that everything they did was an insurrection and why they should not let us have Trump on the ballot anymore. This is the major reason why Trump should never be able to hold.
No, he should never. He should never be able to run. He should have been disqualified.
Yes, and now the main reason we're doing.
Is it true he has been in a couple of jurisdictions, but not nationwide?
In a couple of states, he's not been allowed.
They're fighting it.
Go ahead, Slim.
Okay, so yeah. Thank you for saying that, and that's exactly why we're doing this completely. Al, you brought up exactly why we're doing this. In a couple jurisdictions, a couple states, he is not allowed to be on the ballot, and there are a handful of other states that have said that he technically could be on the ballot. The reason why we're doing this is to show you how he was the leader of the insurrection, how all of his followers went in and did illegal stuff, and yes, what happened after people beat the shit out of cops and broke down all the barriers that they had set up? Yes, people walked in and they walked around doing their dumbass shit because you want to know what the fucking problem was? These idiots didn't understand what they were supposed to do, which is what you were supposed to do with the Alamo. The Alamo was held down as a government facility to keep out the insurrectionists, and even though they were from another country, that's what it was supposed to do. What you were supposed to do, you dumb cunts, you assholes, you idiots, you were supposed to hold down the fort until they gave Trump back his presidency. You idiots are so dumb, and you didn't understand the concept of why you were going in to the Capitol to raid it, to hold it down, or to do anything. It was for a reason, and you didn't understand that concept. Luckily,
they were just
for
lemmings.
The Americas,
they were just lemmings, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
most of them were.
They were parkourers, or they were what's it called? The people that fight where they have the foam swords and all that stuff. They were those peoples, right? You know.
They were LARPers.
Cosplayers. They were LARPers.
Yeah, they were LARPers. There you go. They were LARPers.
I have a comment that this makes me think of right away hearing this about what they should have done. There was a lot of media attention to BLM and Antifa, I think, and a lot of these people were told that the people that committed crimes during those things were just allowed to do whatever, and that there was no repercussions or whatever. And I think people that had that message in their head might have thought, well, surely, Trump's gonna let us off of everything. And
he'll pardon us.
None of that's actually true. Anywhere where they could find out who people were, they were prosecuted and jailed. And the only reason why sometimes the police didn't round up people that were bombing or I don't know, they were using Molotov cocktails and other weapons and stuff is because they didn't want to die. So you don't run into a burning, firefighters don't always run into a burning building. They assess the risk, then decide what they're going to do. And police don't run headlong into a bazooka or an explosion or someone holding a gun. They try to control the situation. And
that's exactly what we're going to be going over right now.
The right-wing media made it out like people were just doing whatever the fuck they wanted, and that Trump was going to be letting them all off and pardoning.
Yeah, go ahead, Commander. Hold on. Go ahead, Commander. Go ahead, Commander.
Trump wants to throw anyone who defaced a Confederate war monument, which most of them were erected in the shortly after Reconstruction or in the 1920s or whenever it was time to reassert the dominance of one group over the other. That's when most of them were erected.
There's too many black people trying to get equal rights. Let's put up a Confederate statue so they know their place.
Let's show them what, let's remind them what happened.
Just like sundown towns. If you don't know what a sundown town is, we'll talk about it in a minute. But Commander, keep going on, and then we'll keep blowing on into the idiocracy of this.
Trump wants to give anyone who defaced a statue which may or may not have been put up there to humiliate you and dominate you, right? But 10 years. But if you go into the Capitol and you try to take out Congress to make Donald Trump a dictator, he wants to give you a medal. Where does the hypocrisy actually lie?
With him.
Yeah. And,
for sure.
and the only reason that we would consider Trump being a dictator is because his penis is as small as a tater, and that's micro penis size. Anyways,
he's got a tater tot.
He's got a tater tot in his pants.
After we're done here, if we're done before I have to go to that meeting with Mippet, I have loaded on my computer the Lincoln Project's God Made a Dictator. And they don't copyright you because they want you to play it.
Yeah, no, of course. Please post that somewhere, and we will definitely go over that because that.
Commander, do we need to be at that meeting or no?
She wanted everyone at that meeting, but
and how long? How long?
It's gonna be short. She's gonna
no. I mean, how long until the meeting?
Another hour and 8 minutes.
Okay. So let's blow onto this, and then if we can, we'll end this to get over there to go over that because I believe.
I'll make sure that she's up because this is the nighttime for her. So it's early morning. So I'll make sure she's up first.
Sure. But we need the Intergalactic Federation of the penguin lizard people, the mamas, the globers, the brainlesses, and the cyborgs, and the truckers, and the Canadians to all be one with this.
We all need to be represented.
Because that's how this world works.
If I could just comment on something you said a while ago, Slim.
Yes, please. Yes, of course.
You said Trump's been ruled out in a few of the states.
Yes.
All of those are going to the Supreme Court, so we don't know if any of that.
Yeah, if the Supreme Court takes them up, though, they may not take them up.
Right.
Yeah, so thank you, Ollyman, for bringing that up. But yes, we are getting closer to multiple states not being able to put him on the ballot. But yes, we'll go to the Supreme Court, and then we'll go over things and stuff. But that is the reason why our punk asses are doing this today.
Yeah.
And the other reason why I'm doing this today, and the reason why we're going over, unfortunately, this horrible, scary, not fun footage of these things that happened in 187 minutes of the insurrection is only to bring out and to say this was an insurrection. This was not a picnic. This was not a bunch of cosplayers, and this was not Antifa, and this was not the FBI or CIA propagating this. Trump went, and a handful of other people like Alex Jones went in front of a crowd of 1.5 gazillion people, and it's probably 2,000. Anyways, they told everybody to go and do this and to take over things. And then we're going to watch from the beginning to the end and how they got in, what they did to get themselves in, and then pretend to cosplay running around and putting their feet on the desks, and the QAnon shaman walking around being escorted to the nearest exit that they could actually get him into. And we're going to walk through and talk about most of this stuff and why it happened and how it happened in the proper way. Because right now, everybody that is on the other side thinks that this was a picnic or people just walked in. People don't know. Do you know what?
But they always go picnic with their guns, right?
Well, they didn't have guns. Most of them did have weapons. They did have things that were projectiles, but they did. But
the Proud Boys had their guns stashed at the hotel, and they were waiting to.
Well, okay, and that's the other thing we're gonna go about through as well. Thank you, Commander. There was the Proud Boys, the 3%ers, and one other militia that had strategic points where they had guns stashed in vehicles, vans, buses, hotel rooms, and a handful of other things. And we were going to go through most of that stuff that I have found information on. And one of the next things we're going to do is, I was hoping that Harry Warp. Anyways, let's say hi to the side chat and then we'll get into it. Yeah. I was hoping Harry Warp would be here. And if Harry Warp isn't here, we're going to look up the 900 convictions that have happened through this. There's been 900 convictions of insurrectionists. You think this was fucking fake? You think that fucking Antifa did this? You think that all this other bullshit? No, honey, there's 900 convictions and they're not fake. You can't fake that many convictions.
They recorded themselves doing the crime.
Yeah, exactly.
And they recorded themselves.
Hold on real quick. The lady with the ice pick.
Yeah.
Talked about how she busted in the window and how she's forgetful and she doesn't even know how that ice pick got in her hand, but she's still busted out that fucking window. Like, yeah.
Oh,
like,
I'm pretty sure there were like
that's amazing.
That were people were handing out those kind
once
of things.
Again, hold on. Yeah. Thank you, Brent. Yeah, thank you. But once again, yes, people were egging people on. That's how the world works. When you go to a fair, festival, convention, you go to all these things. If you're doing something and people are egging you on, yeah, you're going to totally go more for it. But should he have understood the concept of you were trying to break into a government federal building, that it was off limits for you to overthrow a government, which, you know what you could have done? We could have just the next day or the next 5 days, like, re-rolled over that shit. Like, you could have just been like, hey, let's look at the things, or hey, let's redo a redo or something. These idiots didn't understand the concept of what they were supposed to do. And once again, they didn't hold down the fort like they were supposed to because they're fucking dumb. They didn't understand the concept of what they were supposed to actually do. When you go and overtake a government building, you're supposed to stay there until you get what you want. You fucking dumb cunts. Okay, so
well, we are lucky that they are dumb cunts. As Operator Starsky says, we are blessed to fight imbeciles.
That's actually the main point is Trump said, I love the uneducated.
He did. He did.
I had a friend who survived Pol Pot who said that was one of the things Pol Pot said. He loved the uneducated.
Yeah,
because he can manipulate them.
Yeah, because
that's the only reason.
And you can convince them, and then you can get your alternative news sources into them, or you can poke them with the conspiracy theories, and they're going to believe
they don't have any critical thinking because they weren't taught it, and unless their parents taught it to them, it's highly unlikely they'll be very adept.
And the main thing is, just like with the flat earthers, is they feel like they're special by knowing a fake nothing for nothing to make them so. Instead of them being a person who got divorced, has 3 kids, and their kids don't want to talk to them anymore because they're a loser, and they still work at McDonald's at 46 years old.
Yeah.
No. Now
they're not a manager.
Right.
Yeah, and they're still the fucking cook. Well, I'm sorry. That's not proper.
No,
there's no cooks but
they don't even do that. They're more like the fry station person.
Yeah, they're the flipper.
They're the fry station. They can't even be charged with making hamburgers right. They have to just be the fry person.
Yeah. Oh, they're the coffee pourer or something, right? So that's as far as they've gotten in life. Even though their grandma told them if they believe in a religion, they have kids, they get married, and then they get a job, their life is fulfilled. Well, what happens when you've done all that crap and you're at fucking 25 years old?
Right.
Now you feel useless because your grandma and what you listen to from your church, your pastor, your priest, your dad, your mom, and your grandma, grandpa, and your aunt and uncle. You follow their design of what they wanted you to be. Now, what do? There's nothing else for you to do because you followed their dumbass path. Where, like, all of us, we've gone out past that. Look, Ollieman's playing video games live on my stream. Does that make him a loser or does that make him less? No, he's actually doing something constantly while in shame of Brainless and everybody else. Like, we are pushing the boundaries of existence and we are talking about things outside of what our reality is to propagate a more positive existence. Let's put it that fucking way. Anyways, we did not say hello to the side of my chat. So let's do that real quick, and then we'll get into the idiocracy of this. We have a Skitsmacrasher, and I do.
Hi, Skits.
Who is Skits? I have never heard of this person before. I don't know who they are.
I don't know who he is.
Skits is awesome.
Skits, you need to like send us more information. Otherwise,
really,
I claim that you're a bot from the government. No,
you're an NPC.
Yeah, you're an NPC. Skits.
What the fuck's an NPC?
Non-player character.
Non-character player. Yeah.
There's a lot of some flat earthers that are using that for us Globers now. You're just NPCs.
Yeah. So
is that what it is?
Game,
uh-huh.
It is.
Actually, that's also what the hard right uses to describe normies.
Yeah. It's becoming the thing to do now.
Yeah, and so of course that was a joke. So, anyways, Skitsmacrasher is our channel sponsor, and here is their commercial. So of course we have to do. Thank you very much for being our channel sponsor.
Yeah, he's a government NPC, just not an NPC.
Yeah,
government.
He's above the other NPCs.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So
should it be like an SPC for a secretly playing character?
Sure, why not?
Okay,
anyways,
that works.
Like,
reader,
if they're not playing, they're just like handing out. It's like when you like get to the gate in like it's one of the first Link Zelda games where you like the guy just like it scrolls text across the screen to let you know what you're doing next. You know, that's an NPC, right?
It's
yes.
Yeah, sure. It's more like in the labyrinth when homegirl runs into the little worm that doesn't let her know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Good movie.
You know,
good movie.
That's an awesome movie. I gotta watch that again.
I don't know which way to go, but if you go over here, there's a hole in the wall over there. You know, it's one of those thingy-bobbers, right? It almost gives you the right directions.
If you've ever played a game like D&D or something like that, NPC refers to everybody that's not a player.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's
every bartender, every horse, every monster, everything. They're all NPCs.
Yeah.
That goddamn plant that jumps out at you and attacks you. Anyways,
it's not the same as those NF.
there's
NFTs.
And non-fungible.
No, that's a token. You buy those.
No, that's when you stick your dick inside of that one hole and she finally gives you. Never mind. That's completely.
That's not fungible. That's
Slim.
If that's not fungible, I don't know what it is. I literally don't know what fungible means.
It's fungible. It's fungible. Virtual pussy. That's what I mean. Never mind.
Gerbil. Isn't that fungible?
Anyways, it's
all right, we got to get going here, guys.
It's a gerbil from the. Never mind.
We're at time crunch today.
Hey, Beck. And we said hello to the Reader of Pain.
Yes, Reader Pain.
Hello.
We have a Demon Orb.
Hi, Demon.
Hello, Demon.
Hail, demons.
And we have the Plot Hole came in for a second. I'm sure
Plot
they're
Hole.
leaving because they usually do not hang on for very long.
Yeah, he kind of hit and run sometimes. That's all he has time for. He's so busy.
They're busy. So, but thank you very much, Plot Hole, for joining us for a second. We have the Lucifer.
Hi, Lucifer.
And
Hail Satan. Hi, Doctor Who.
Yes, Hail Satan. So we have Hail Sagan.
Yes.
Okay.
Carl
Sagan.
So here we go. Let's
Hail Sagan.
Brown. You're still laughing at Brown Tooth. He's just laughing at Brown Tooth.
Yeah, the brown tooth. We talked about that yesterday, right? Yeah, that was good. Anyways, all right. So here we blow.
Oh, you're not. Plot Hole says he's never busy.
Yeah, sure. Plot Hole.
Sure, we believe you.
Wait. If you're never busy, do not join us inside of here. Somebody send him a fucking link. I know one of you. Hold on. We can send him a link. If you're not busy, do not join us. Then hold on.
Definitely
do this some way, shape, or
definitely
form.
don't do that.
You're using a double negative.
Sure.
You're using a double negative.
The more negatives, the more negative it is, and in other languages,
in English, it's the more double negatives equal positive.
That's right, because English is like math. It works perfectly.
Well, you might not.
Somebody find them and then send them a link, because totally they don't have enough time to join us.
I know I've totally seen them around, but I don't think they're
okay. That's your excuse. My link clicker is broken. Yeah, that's it.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
Clicker.
That's your fault.
What are you? Some sort of tapier?
Okay. So we're gonna do it this way. You have no excuse, anybody, because there you go. Now you can.
Oh, you're putting it in the side chat? Okay.
Yeah. You can just.
There you go.
So now, Plot Hole, you have no excuse to not join us. And Mango, as soon as you can join us, you know you have all the stuff. We will make sure that this gets taken care of. You have a film for us to check out? Totally.
Awesome.
Do you want us to do this on a stream in the future, or
we would love to if we can?
You just want to send me for me to check out later? Because we can totally do that on a stream just by itself. I don't
check
mind.
out the microfilm.
But yes. Yeah, on microfilm. Yeah, totally.
A microfilm.
It's on 8mm. And so, anyways, if there's anybody wants to join us, there's the things. Mango needs a tiny bit more money to get in for the thingamabobbers. If you totally have a valid excuse.
Yes, you do.
If Mango does not get her monies filled, then I have to go work on the street corner. So please.
Yeah, please help the Mango.
Yeah, so I don't have to.
And our little small human.
Thank you, Plot Hole. We will definitely share that around in the internal community and figure that out from there. Anyways, let's blow on to what we're talking about. I'm sorry that we have to talk about this, but the reason why we're talking about this is because so many people are believing that this was an insurrection, and they're still promoting Trump and saying Trump had nothing to do with killing and hurting and coming up with this process. I was hoping that we had the Harry Warp here.
All right, see you. Have fun at work, Plot Hole.
Yeah, have fun at work.
Later.
Enjoy.
But not being busy.
Not being busy.
Yeah. Anyways.
Enjoy not being busy. That's fun.
And listening to this. But anyways, the thing that we're going to do while we're watching this is I would like somebody to find the documentation of how many people have gotten prosecuted as of right now and who's the worst. And we're going to go over the top 10 worst people that have prosecuted for this insurrection. And the reason we're doing this is because I can't believe Trump is still in the running, and all these people are like, oh, people just did things for fun, and it was not an insurrection. So unfortunately, we have to go over
one thing before we start.
Sure,
I would like to bring up.
Yes,
if the quote deep state or the Antifas or anything like that, they were already going to get the outcome that they wanted, because there wasn't enough Republicans in the Senate to send the matter to the House, and where it could have been fucked up. So it was just going to lengthen the process of the Republicans object, and then they go through it. So why would the FBI or the deep state or the Antifa put the Congress in jeopardy by egging idiots on to break into the Capitol? Why would they put the democracy in jeopardy?
At risk, yeah.
Just a question.
That's the type of like logical thinking that doesn't go into like politically uneducated idiots that want to change things just by complaining loudly with weapons.
Yeah.
That little caveat at the end there.
Well, the main reason is these people have been skewed with reality through QAnon and other conspiratorial things. Like, once again, we're going to say this. being religious or being spiritual we're not against. I don't give a flying fuck what your beliefs are. But when you become an extremist,
that's one
like a white nationalist or evangelical, then we have a problem, and that's what we have to talk about. I don't give a flying fuck if you believe in God.
Use your religion for bigotry.
And or for killing people, and or for the reason why you hurt or harm other people, or do not give enough attention to another race. Like, today I heard, it's not a big deal to take kids away from their families while they're trying to get over here, because what if we don't know if they're actually the parents? What are you fucking talking about, you psychopath?
Jesus,
What people are bringing kids across the fucking border that aren't their parents?
There are actually, that does happen. That does happen.
Sure. Okay.
That does happen.
There's some need to check some of this shit.
Okay, sure. But taking them away from the adults in that situation does not help anybody.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because
there's some need to do some quick interview questions, and then, like you would at any sort of border crossing situation.
But who wants to take away kids from adults, even if, now you're going to throw a bunch of kids in a fucking jail for no reason, and now they just spend fucking 6 months in a jail with a bunch of kids? That doesn't make any fucking sense when they actually had adults that they could have been brought through the process with.
Keep in mind, though, that was a policy even under Obama's time. That was a policy. They just kept it perpetuating it.
This is nothing new.
There's people that traffic kids that way. So
there's some shitty stuff that goes on. There's no need to penalize
the
good
children.
Parents.
Yeah,
you do not need to penalize young girls. Anyways, let's keep going on, people. So yes, hey, Billy Boy Blue.
Don't think you know what that word means.
So Slim, I put a link in from the Justice Department. Over 1,069 people were prosecuted for January 6th.
Okay, so we're gonna blow over that in a second.
1,069.
Yeah.
Okay. It's always
that's what
69.
This link has. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
we're gonna read them all one by one.
Well, no.
We're gonna go over the top 10 for sure.
We're running time crunch.
Yeah. So anyways,
it was,
what?
It was January 6th Shaman and 1,068 other people.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over part of this, and then we're gonna go over some of the convictions, and then go through more things and stuff. If we do get shut down for the stream, will somebody let us know so that we can stop playing whatever? Because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get shut down at least once doing this stream. So here we below.
Our exciting adventures and boldest endeavors have not yet begun. My fellow Americans, for our movement, for our children, and for our beloved country. And I say this, despite all that's happened, the best is yet to come.
January 6, 2021, 1:10 p.m. Former President Trump ended a speech to supporters on the National Mall. 4:17 p.m., Trump tweeted a video telling those supporters to go home. This is a chronological look at what happened at the U.S. Capitol between those events.
So this is from Vice News.
Vice News is the producer of this video?
Yes, they
okay.
are. So let's get into the beginning of this, and then we'll go through 187 minutes of the insurrection, pretty much.
187.
So after he gave the speech,
the certificate of the electoral vote of the state of Arizona seems to be regular in form and authentic.
I, Paul Gosar from Arizona.
I'm pretty sure we're going to get in trouble.
Gentleman from Arizona, right? I rise
I love
myself
you too.
and 60 of my colleagues to object to the counting of the electoral ballots from Arizona.
Is the objection in writing and signed by a senator?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And then now we get into go ahead right quick.
Well, I just wanted to ask. You said it was 187 minutes of the insurrection. Was that like because there was some implication that Trump sent a tweet at like 4:17? Was that considered the end of the insurrection, or like is it a different?
No.
Are they?
That was just the first. That was the only time, and the first time, and maybe the only time that Trump said anything. Hey, stop what you're doing. That's
like
all
anything other than
keep
it up.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought
he was just quiet. He never said anything.
I thought
he was quiet. Okay, so he didn't send other stuff. Okay.
Well, we're gonna go over the whole timeline. But
okay, I just wanted to understand what the timeline is of what we're looking at.
But that's what we're talking about for sure. Okay. That's what this is. Vice News report is all about. Is the timelines of different things happening at different times. So eventually, he will tell these twat whistles to go home and blah blah blah.
Right.
So right now we are at 1:14 p.m. And at this point in time is where these douche nozzles are beginning to give a resistance to the borders, and they're trying to pass them. They're trying to get past. I guess it would be the police at first, and the National Guard, and then other people. Through them being stopped to get into it. I again don't understand why they thought getting into the Capitol was going to stop anything, other than they're a bunch of fucking idiots that were told that if they did this, somehow they would cause something. And then once we get further into this, we'll talk about why this didn't and wouldn't have worked.
And
now
also,
that guy
the
is
dumb
spraying bear
cunts didn't
mace.
wear. The dumb cunts would a lot more of them would have gotten away with it if they had bothered to wear a mask during a global pandemic. Just saying.
Yeah.
That's another sad point of it. This whole thing. Can I'm being a foreigner. Is it right that the Capitol building or the Capitol area has its own police force that
yes, they have a Capitol Police Force.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right, because in our country it would be like the RCMP would do that work, not
yeah.
There wouldn't be like a special like parliamentary police or whatever. So okay, I just wanted to understand that if I had that correct. Okay, so they had multiple different organizations, but that's the main line of defense.
There was 3 different organizations that were protecting the Capitol at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Before
and Trump was holding back the National Guard. Mike Pence basically had to assume control at that point.
And then Nancy Pelosi also at one point in time was able to, after a certain point, kind of put things into power or to say that they needed certain things. Because Trump did not. And what did Trump do? He said he wanted to go there. He wanted to hang out and he wanted to be there during the insurrection, but they told him that he couldn't be there. And so then he went to a party, and his wife, his daughter, and him and other people were dancing along with the insurrection at the time. And they may show that video of that in this. And we'll get there soon, and we'll talk about that soon. Let's get blowing a little bit more into this. Once again, I did not want to do this, but because of where we are and where we're at, I figured we have to fucking do this.
Fucking brutal.
So he got sprayed in the face. Frontline concerned about the off records.
Down there, already at the doorstep. George didn't win them all, but he won the important ones. Right? Christmas Day surprise.
Yes,
never forget that.
Oh, you
just reject.
There seems to be this thing that happens with the NVIDIA AI denoiser. Whenever you run Marjorie Taylor Greene's voice through it, it just ignores it, and it cut that guy off. So my headphones cut that guy off because I had the denoiser. So the AI just decided he was just spouting noise.
Yeah, no, he literally didn't say shite. So once again, if you ever go to visit the Capitol, which is the lawn and the place they're on, you're technically not able to actually go do this today. You could not just go run up on the Capitol without things and stuff. Literally, the fucking government is gonna come and stop you before you get this close. So once again, this is not public property. Just like you sovereign citizens and you fucking auditors and you idiots in the conspiracy world think that everywhere you can go, you can just walk into a governor's fucking office.
Right.
That's not public property, you twat whistle. There are certain places in the government and or other places. You can't just go into every single national forest, right? And you can't do whatever you want. You can't literally, if you go to a national forest and you go pee on a tree, you're technically going to get fined because you're not supposed to do that, right? So there are so many laws that these twat whistles don't understand, especially when you're going into government facilities and or restricted areas and or other things. Yeah, do our taxes pay for them to be open? Sure. But does that mean that I can go run into a governor's office and go punch him in the face? Fuck no. That's not legal, you twat whistles. So that's
mainly also privacy.
I can't remember the auditor, but there's an auditor that went to the Capitol and was bitching that he couldn't take his gun on the plaza.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason why certain things happen.
It's our property, blah blah blah. That's how they go.
Yeah,
Mom, you said before how you had experiences with military bases, and I've been on military bases and Department of Defense facilities as a contractor.
Right.
Can we go on those facilities without any good reason?
Nope.
Is it open to the public? Nope.
And you got to show ID as well too to get on.
Yeah, can you just drive into a military facility? Fuck no, you fucking
You can't even record in the direction of a military base from public.
And we have proof of all that bullshit too, because auditors tried that bullshit and they got totally turned away.
They were told you can't even film into the property.
Yeah, and then most of them actually got detained and or got served penalties from that. So really quick, Billy Boy Blue for $5 says every time someone says major green twat, my brain immediately corrects it to major trailer queen. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
So awesome.
Major trailer queen? I like that.
I love that so much.
It's unbelievable that and I guess it's been now 4 years since this and a few days, but it's been 4 years since this happened. I was
3.
Yeah.
Is it 3? Sorry.
It was 2021.
Now
21. So it's 3 years.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's right.
I don't know how much time has elapsed, but I remember that day watching this live on whatever television is these days, like on my phone or my tablet or whatever, and being gobsmacked by the whole thing. But we've lost as a world. It's because this happened to the US, but it happened worldwide, in my opinion. That when the US nation that has always so proudly held in its whole doctrine of its existence the idea of being free and being democratic, when this type of thing happened where this attack takes away a free reasonable access to your own government, and takes away the idea that legally and properly democratically elected people can be put into their position after being properly elected without this type of nonsense, takes away something huge from democracy worldwide.
Yeah.
And somebody had made a comment earlier about bringing religion into government, and they're not wrong. That is a piece of this. But what worries me most about it is that all sorts of people in your country would be absolutely horrified if they had to live in a place like Iran.
Oh yeah.
Where there is an active theocracy in place working every day doing what they do, and yet they're clamoring for it at the same time. I find that absolutely amazing.
It's completely insane that these idiots, exactly, thank you for saying that way, is they want religious freedom for their own religion, but then they want everybody else and their mom to fucking bow down to whatever the weirdest strict fucking ideals they
but
have.
their religion is the only true religion.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Because why is God not the real thing?
Agree and disagree. They say the exact same thing. It's just not the exact same religion. And we've lost something terrible. We've lost something terrible in this whole thing. And
that's why we're going over this bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, and thank you for doing it.
I did not want to go.
Funny. It's not super funny, but it is important.
You did bring up religion, right? Let's just look at what they're clamoring for. These people are fundamentalist Christians, right?
Yeah.
So what do they want to? If the character in the New Testament wanted to be president, picture it. Mr. I walk around the Judean countryside telling people to love their neighbors and to care about people that I don't know and will never meet, versus a thief, a liar, and an insurrectionist. They want Barabbas. And this is coming from a Jew.
Yeah, exactly.
This is is this cognitive dissonance? I guess so.
Yeah. It is. It's totally that.
It's on a really strange level, and yeah, I mean, like the JC is a major feature of fundamentalist Christians, and I don't know that this doesn't exist in the Old Testament side of things about the way you treat people from other nations, but the way, like when Trump first came down the stairs in whatever year he started running, 2015 16. Maybe 16.
Sure, yeah.
But like that general, like there was that big thing. He comes down the escalator, and some of the first words he's saying are about how terrible anyone coming from Mexico is.
Yeah,
right.
And we know that Mexico to Trump and his supporters is anything south of the Rio Grande. And all the way down to Argentina. That's Mexico to them.
Basically,
and I'm not trying to be overly flippant. That's how they think, right? It's like, if you're coming from the south, there's something wrong with you, and we got to stop.
Well, unless you are serving me food and or drinks, then I need you to
or
be
taking
there.
care of my lawn.
Like doing something that I'm
me,
quote unquote too good to do.
Anyways, let's keep.
I would like to point out about that lawn comment that that's only until he's done doing the lawn, and then he's not welcome again.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true.
Then, hey, get my lawn done, and then I kick you off my lawn. Anyways, let's keep going on with this.
So I can kick you off of it.
Yeah.
Arizona's vote, and these people are pissed. President.
So once again, what we can see that I want to point out first, and we all know this that are watching this, and I don't believe anybody who's going to watch this in the future is against what we're talking about, because I don't think that the other side's going to see this. But I'm doing this for a reason, and we are doing this for a reason, to point out certain facts. There are already barriers put up that there are the police and the military that are asking you to not go past. And what happens after this is this.
And Trump is here at the Capitol building with us. We saw the motor.
And he just said Trump is at the Capitol building with us. No,
like he's there in spirit, basically, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But well, no, unfortunately, they actually thought Trump was going to be there.
Oh,
because
okay.
Trump said earlier in his speech he was going to be there with them all, right? And so these dumbass cunts fucking think that Trump is there with them. But what happened is when Trump tried to go down there with them, CIA and FBI and all his caretakers said, "No, motherfucker, we need to go
You're
over
not going
this
nowhere."
Yeah, and then they went to the fucking thingamabobber, the little party that they had. And if we watch, they're not going to show us this in here, but if you would watch his son's fiance was dancing in the insurrection while it was happening live on screen. Like, there are people dancing around and having fun and drinking and smoking crack and doing blow and all kinds of other things that we actually have like proof of during this at Trump's little blah 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 whatever, while people were dying and killing, and the the peoples were trying to keep
the greatest finish speak.
You got some sort of filter on your voice. You sound weird.
You keep cutting in and out.
Yeah, I think he's talking to someone else.
Sure. Okay. Well, mute if you're gonna do that. And
Yeah.
Thank you. But anyways, so what I was getting at is
You
these
got muted,
motherfuckers.
just so you know.
Yeah. Anyways, these motherfuckers were going to the Capitol to try to do a thing and stuff and things because they were told that there was going to be somebody's there to do things, and that was not what was going on. And once again, Trump and his whole family were at a fucking Mar-a-Lago party or something like that. I don't remember where. And they were partying while insurrectionists were trying to kill federal police and DC police. And what's her name got shot? Ali Babbitt or whatever. She got shot because
Ashley somebody or other, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
She kept getting pushed. I'm not going to say physically pushed by the people behind her, but she was being mentally pushed, right? Everybody around her was like, yeah, break in. And they were trying to get, and that's why she got shot. And they multiple times asked her to not come in. And then I have other footage of an insurrectionist a month ago or 2 weeks ago that got put into a trial of him recording 4 different FBI agents pointing guns at him and saying, "Bro, just don't come further. Just stop right now. Go back and everything will be okay." And he kept recording and saying, and
Right.
then they didn't shoot him because he didn't
Pardon me.
use that in his court case for him to get 21 months in prison or something. And once again, we're going to go over some of that stuff in a second. The top 10 people, I want to go over their convictions and how long they got. And I want to go over the QAnon shaman bullshit because he should still be in prison right now. And he got let out because the judge said, "Oh, you probably kind of understood what you were doing." And then what is this kind of doing right now? He's going out there still being the QAnon shaman and pushing all the conspiracy bullshit. It's like, no, motherfucker, you should still be in fucking prison. And if I ever see him in public, I am going to punch him once in the face. All right. I don't give a flying fuck if I get in trouble for that, but I will punch him once in the face at least, because he is one of the main propagandists of this. And how can you be a shaman and be for Trump and for all the other Republican shit where they're gas guzzling weirdos and or people that are not for climate change and other things? Wait, Native Americans, which you have tattooed all over your body, and other Aboriginal cultures are for sacrificing yourself for the world, not letting fucking corporations be sacrificed for you to let them make money, you weirdo. Anyways, let's keep blowing on. Yeah, okay. If there's anything in the side of my chats that I'm missing, just once. Can you get a shot at that shaman after you slim? I'm totally gonna take over the shaman in a minute as soon as I can get a hold of him and bounce. Never mind.
Yeah, that link I put in the private chat, that just has people. It doesn't name people, just how many were convicted of felonies.
Okay, awesome.
It's like a little demographic of what happened. You know what I mean? It's not specific in a lot of regard. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Mama. In like 10 minutes or the next kind of breaky thingy, will you remind me to just show
Okay.
that right quick? Because
Yeah.
again, I want to show what has happened. Because if I know all of us here know this, and I know nothing that I do actually gets out to the conspiratorial side, but 900 people have been found guilty of insurrection in the Capitol, some way, shape, or form from doing these things. 900. We're not talking about 60. We're not talking about 200. We're talking about almost 1,000 people. And at the time that this actually comes out, or most of these people watch this, will probably be at 1,000 people that have been
More
convicted
convictions are coming.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is not the end of this
Oh
bullshit
gosh,
either.
no.
So by the time this comes out, it'll probably be that. And once again, the reason we're doing this is because Trump somehow seems to be getting in close into the running. And there's all these evangelicals and all these weirdos that keep telling us through interviews that we've gone over that they believe Trump is somehow in the right, and that this was not an insurrection like by MGT and a handful of other people there that say this was a picnic. No, that's not how this works. None of these people. Okay, so see the photo that's on the left or in the middle? All those places that all of those people are on right now is actually a restricted area. They should have never been on those. That's actually illegal,
Right.
and they should all have been given obstruction or something from that.
Trespassing,
Because those-
something. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Because technically, that is not a legal area for anybody to be in. And then the grass that they're on the right maybe have not have been open to the public at the time.
That was
right?
that was beyond. That was
Yes,
basically
yes.
a no limit zone. They had the
Yes.
fencing up.
Yes, exactly, Timely. So technically, everything that you see on your screen, besides my ugly ass and all of our friends on the left, that was all illegal for everybody to be in. So you're telling me that people are doing legal things to get an illegal thing to happen for a legal. No, honey, that's not how this happened. Y'all did a bunch of illegal shit to try to get an illegal person back into your fucking illegal fucking presidential, which you wanted him to be a dictator. So all of this is actually proof that you cunts don't even know what you're doing, and or you don't need no legality, and dumbass, you just proved that you're fucking wrong. And luckily for most of us, we understand the concept of that. Okay, let's keep blowing on. I'm sorry. I am drunk and stoned, and I'm just having way too much fun with calling people out for this.
No worries.
Get
no
real.
worries.
But we all know why we're so passionate about this, and that's why I'm here doing this. And I didn't want to do this, but here we blow. You know what I'm saying? And YouTube, we do not believe in any of these motherfuckers. We're anti this bullshit.
Hi guys, we got Salty Dabs here. Thank you to all of you who donated to get me here. I got some new friends here I'd like to share. We got Stephanie here, Patriot. We got Juan Pablo. Hello. JP. We are so excited to be here.
At 1:25 p.m., President Trump reportedly sat down in his private dining room near the Oval Office.
Okay, so here's what we were talking about earlier. He was supposed to be, or wanted to be, in the middle of this bullshit. What did he do? Well, the government kind of helped make him do this. But anyways, instead of actually helping what happened, he, at this point in time, was sitting down in his private dining room near the Oval Office and watched this until 4. So he went from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. not doing anything and not calling anything. And what did they tell us later? That fucking Nancy Pelosi blocked him from doing anything? No, honey, that's not how this happened. He did not ask anybody to go do anything for
And last time I checked, Nancy Pelosi is not the commander-in-chief of the armed forces.
No, she's not.
She did not have any
cannot
power.
order. Right. She had to get Pence and his Secretary of Defense and a whole bunch of people to basically act because Trump was on his ass.
She was one of the middle people. If he was to enact something, she could have been one of the people who said yes or no to it, but that doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with any of this bullshit.
She's merely third in line. She was at that time third in line. If something happened to him or the vice president, she would have become president.
Yeah,
that's the only power she had for that. I mean, there was
exactly.
Yeah,
no, exactly. Similarly, and or there was like a panel of people technically, and if the whole panel was to say no or whatever, then she would have been involved in that. But she had nothing to do with stopping 250,000 troops coming in of the National Guard or something like that. I maybe I'm wrong with that number. Again, anybody fucking tell me I'm wrong with numbers. But again, the reason why nothing happened in between this time from 1:25 p.m. to 4 p.m. was because Trump did not give any kind of order or disorder, and there was no way that anybody could figure out a way to subvert that other than what happened at the Capitol. Everything that happened at the Capitol is what they were supposed to do. So all of the agents that were there, that's exactly what they needed to do. And what they did was they made sure they could get all of the fucking senators, centrists, and all of the public figures out of there first, and then they give the runaround to all the things. And we're going to figure that out in just a second. This may be a 2-part series because we're already at 1 hour. But that's how we have to do this. The way that we do these things is by actually pointing out things. And do we get distracted and go off topic? Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But
never.
Part of it is us going yes, but part of it is us going over this much information. And that's how these things go, because that's what we need to do. Do I finger that other people are going to see this that are outside the opposition of this? Fuck no. But I sleep better at night going over this and actually showing and talking about all of the things that I've come across and the research that I do. And that's why we do these fucking streams. It's because I sit here and I do a lot of research. I read a lot of stuff. I may look like a dumbass, but I've actually gotten a lot of I've done a lot of schooling, and I do a lot of research, and I understand the concept of doing this. And I think, of course, I've talked about this. I work for Fox News, NBC, CBS, and I was the floor manager for Time Warner Cable, and I've worked for these industries for a long time, so I understand how the way to present these things properly and what information I need to give you, which shows us a different view on propaganda maybe, and or other things, or to like say, here's the better way to look at this. Anyways, let's keep blowing on. Yes, I know, reader of pain, it makes your fucking blood boil. I know. That's why we have to do this. I did not want to do this, but Trump is still around, and I didn't want him to be around anymore. I wanted to like go on to a new fucking propagandist bullshit, but no, we're stuck here, and so we have to go over this, unfortunately. Yeah, it was Ashley Babbitt.
Office and watched Fox News until 4 p.m. The White House photographer was told not to take photos of Trump in the dining room.
Madam Speaker, both sides could come. Clerks of court were there in the hearing rooms. It was an open process, by the way. Not behind closed doors in a smoke-filled room where somebody might want to bully a Secretary of State to get a different...
So what he's talking about is when they're doing the counting of the votes and the talking about Pence and blah blah blah, the transfer of power, it was both sides that were like, well, we got to do this if that was the thing. It was not outside of the House. And we're looking at Fox News right now. This was not outside of the House that it was a problem. It was, sorry. It was not inside of the House that was a problem. It was outside the House that was the problem, because everybody who was inside the Congress and the Senate was willing to do a transfer of power until they started getting their doors broken down. And then everybody fucking ran outside and had to go through tunnels and then had to get taken out secretly.
Version that might benefit them or their party or their candidate.
We represent blue lives, and this is what they do to us.
Yeah, except for that's what your Senate is supposed to do.
Black lives matter, say blue lives don't, we say you do. I know they do.
Whoever said that? When did anybody ever say that Black lives matter and blue lives don't, per se? Right? That's way two different things. People would say Black lives matter, blue lives is just putting yourself above everybody because you're in a thing. Nobody said that anybody else's lives don't matter. That's not the point of.
Yeah, it was already clear that blue lives matter. That was already clear. So there was nobody needed to point that out.
And or nobody said that everybody else does not matter on top of that. What we were trying to do and or what was happening is we need recognition inside of seeing that in certain cultures, certain people were being prosecuted more and or killed more. Let's get more equal.
Let's bring up stop and frisk, right? Statistically speaking, most of the people in New York City who were stopped were black or brown. And
it was
statistically
Arizona.
speaking, most of the contraband was taken off rich white people.
Yeah. And that happened exactly in Arizona as well. And that was the other, I believe, or New Mexico. Maybe both places. Same difference. You know how many drugs they found on fucking white people? You know how many drugs they found on black, brown people? Some of them. Does that matter? Who cares? Like, everybody's on drugs or everybody has drugs. Who cares?
Right?
You twat whistles, but now you're going to make some people being criminalized. And you know what happened to me every time I got caught with drugs, alcohol, and driving drunk and all that stuff? They gave me a slap on the wrist. And I'm sitting next to a brown person or a black person in court, and they get fucking years in fucking jail. And I'm like, well, what's the difference between me and them? Oh, I guess I'm a white fucking.
That to me, the sentencing guidelines really need to be. That needs to be fixed.
And
that needs to be reformed big time.
And that's the major problems that we're having right now with some of this. And that's the thing that these idiots are like, oh, well, everybody's life matter the same. No, honey, if you fucking get pulled over for a DUI in the middle of Arkansas in the backwoods and you're white, the pig is most likely going to let you go on your way. If you're black or brown and you get pulled over for a
that
DUI,
may depend on where your car is from, your license plate is from too.
No, but or just again, if it's a small town and you're passing through and the cop goes, "Hey boy, where are you from?" Right? And they're like, "Oh, I'm from," and you barely have an accent, or again, you're black or brown and you're driving through and you have a barely it smells like weed in your car, which at this point in time, that should not mean anything. And now they're going to throw you in prison, anyways, let's keep blowing on more with this idiocracy, because I want to, I don't know if this is going to help or not, but one of the things that's been happening recently with me talking with people who are like pro-Trumpanites, they keep telling me that the insurrection was not an insurrection and that it was a picnic and blah, 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 like I said earlier.
Please. picnic.
So that is why
People
I
are
think
stupid.
we need to come up to this. And all of the people that are getting prosecuted, the lady in the pink puffy ball hat, she at her court case was like, I'm sorry that I did this. I didn't even realize somebody just handed me an ice pick and I just broke down a window and tried to get into it.
I thought it was just, I was getting the spirit of the picnic.
Who hands you an ice pick and tells you to break a window to get into a thing for a thing, but it's not your fault,
right?
Tell every college kid that. Tell every fucking drunk college person or any fucking teenage kid that gets egged on to throw a rock through a window,
right?
And then they get to get off because somebody egged them on. No, that's not how this world works, you dumb cunts. It's on your fruition on what you do to where you.
She was not forced to do it.
No. Somebody handed her an ice pick.
Here you go. Break a window.
A crowd told her to get into that window.
Yeah.
Well, you
they
did.
Egged her on.
You could have turned around and said, "Fuck you, idiots! I'm not going to do this because y'all are twat whistles."
Right.
No, that's not how that works. You fucking wore your pink hat while you went on social medias before, during, and after breaking that window and said how much fun you had breaking into the fucking place and doing what you did. That's on you. Okay. If you broke into a thing because of people telling you to do that, and that was all you did, and then right after you would have repented or gone on to social media and said you didn't like it, yeah, I'm sorry. Sure, maybe. But what did you fucking cunt whistle dude did? No, you literally, with your fucking pink hat on and all the other people that did the shit, you broke into a place, pushed yourself inside to a area that was illegal to get into, just like all you fucking frauditors and auditors. A company that is not government, even if it is government run, there are times and places where you can and can't go into. There's no way that you can go into a judge's a ruling room or whatever they call where they change their place and just walk inside and start fingering a judge. You can't do that. You can't just walk into any place inside of a fucking courtroom.
It's called time, place, and manner. You can't just go in everywhere.
And like, where have you ever been where you can just walk into the fucking bank safe and take all the money out and walk out and it's legal? That doesn't make any sense. You can't walk into a bank and go past a certain point without talking to the thing and without blah, 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 yakety schmackety. Like, my favorite thing about these sovereign citizens is they're like, oh, I don't have to show you this and I don't have to do this, blah, blah, blah. Oh, so if you're a murderer, rapist, and a child molester, and a bank robber, you get off just because you're a sovereign citizen? Like, oh yeah, I can just fuck anybody I want while I'm robbing a bank, while I'm pissing on the guard, and then shooting the cops while I leave. It's legal because I'm the fucking sovereign of the nation. No, that's not how that works, dumb cunt. You literally still have to
not
abide
at all.
by all of the laws that are in this country, even if you finger that you are. Okay, so if you are a what's it called of other nations? I don't remember what that's called. It doesn't matter. There are different ways that those laws go about, but you have to be from another country.
Oh, like if you're a diplomat, like a diplomatic immunity, is that what you're thinking of?
Yes, thank you, Mama. I knew that you were going to be the one that came with. But if you're from another country and you're a diplomat and a thingy-mabobber goes into a thingy and stuff and things, yes, you may have immunity through that.
It depends.
But again, you still have
depends
to go
on the crime. If you murder somebody, there's no immunity from that.
No, exactly.
But if you're like speeding or whatever, you probably will, nothing will happen to you.
Sure. Or you don't have to get like titling or licensing for a blah 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 for a certain
Right.
thing, like your car
Well, you'll have
or something.
yeah, it'll be special.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that actually is but yeah, once again, if you murder somebody while you're raping them and you're taking video of it and posting it on a porn website, no, you're gonna get charged for that, you dumb cunt. I mean,
Correct.
like, you don't have immunity from that, you twat whistle. I mean, like, God damn these idiots.
I know.
They're like,
I
yeah,
know.
I can do
Well,
whatever I
in
want.
part they
whenever
do,
I want, but
I believe then they have to go through quite a stack of paper to get them arrested.
Well, most of the time,
and usually by that time they're back in their own country.
Well, most of the time, what's happening with most of these people, just like we see with all the frauditors and auditors and all the sovereign citizens, and even the flat earthers, is they've lost their license, they've lost their whatever, their insurance, they've lost all these things. And the next step that they think is going to be the way that they can get past that is by becoming a blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then they get pulled over. Unfortunately, like, I hear this way more often than I want to, is I've been doing this for 4 years and nobody's been blah. It's like, oh my God, you've been illegal for 4 years and now finally somebody
Isn't that
pulled you
crazy?
over?
It takes that one time. Yep.
Oh yeah,
In
like
4
people driving
motherfucking
without a
years.
license.
But then you get the
And
ones
like-
that seems
here,
like
some
every
people
week
actually-
they're getting pulled over and ticketed, and then they complain about they're being harassed and targeted.
Well,
because they're making themselves attention.
Those
attention.
Those are the ones that want to get pulled over.
Yeah.
They're trying to get money from the grifting of being whatever, of a whatever. Hey, NA, welcome.
And over here, some people say, like, well, it's easier to drive without a license than without a car.
Well, it's easier to fuck your mama than it is your grandma. I mean, it's the same fucking logic. Anyways,
yeah,
that's
Why?
bad
Grandma
logic.
struggles less.
Well, no, you
Grandma
need more
struggles
lube.
less? Oh my God. Okay.
No, you need more lube with grandma than you do with mama. But anyways, we'll talk about it. So what
Especially
it
with
is
this
it's just
mama.
the idiocracy of them just trying to find loopholes to get it in to being legal when they can't be legal.
Notice that,
So if you've
Commander.
already lost your license and then you don't get it to be reinstated, and then like you need to get the interlock and blah 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 and yakety schmackety, well then like that's part of the problem, because most of them can't get their license, don't have their license, can't get insurance, and a handful of other things. So they use these loopholes that they think is going to work when if they actually worked, you dumb cunts, everybody and their mom would be using it. All of us would not have insurance. None of us would get a legal license. We would just be driving cars on top of cars and ramming into each other, just like it was the demolition derby, and nobody's gonna fly and fuck with each other if that was reality. But that's not how the government works, you dumb
Wait,
cunts.
it doesn't?
No, they actually filled those loopholes, and they made it to where you have to get fucking a driver's license, you have to get insurance, you have to, in the Europes, you have to get your car checked every couple months or
every
blah,
year.
blah, blah. Okay, sure.
Over here,
Whatever.
it is like if you got a new car, it doesn't have to happen. But like after 3 years, every year you have to have a.
The only thing we have to do here technically to get you your registration again is if your car is younger than 2014, you have to get the emissions done again. That's the only thing.
And that
we really
varies
have
by
to do.
state.
Yeah, and that definitely. Yeah.
Here in California, you have to. It's every 2 years for your car. If you buy a new car, then you're good to go for 4 years before you have to get it smogged.
Okay.
But then it's every 2 years. Every other year after that, you have to get it smogged.
Yeah, and so that's
And if you live above the smog line, you don't have to get it smogged at all.
Yeah, and that's the only like regulations that we have to really go through for getting
some states
registration here
actually
in the
you have to take your
Americas.
car down for like a total inspection, not just smog. Some
Okay,
states have that
okay.
inspection.
Yeah,
that's
else was
what
saying
we
that
have here.
for New
Yeah.
York or something.
Yeah,
But
I think
anyways,
Texas has it, but yeah.
I believe
So what
most
you're
places
telling
around
me
here
is
have
the
that.
Or will
last time that
not
I
have
took
it now, but
the last time I took my car into registration and they made me
Mhm.
get naked and to show all my holes, that was not legal.
that was not legal. No,
Damn it.
no.
God damn it, they
No.
fucking
It
tricked
wasn't
me
legal,
again.
but was
Not
it
you.
fun?
Yeah.
God damn you, DMV.
Slim, it wasn't
Anyway.
legal, but was it fun?
Well, hey, I had fun. They
Well,
filled my holes.
Well, you
Anyways,
always do.
Yeah,
You love
anyways,
butt stuff, so just saying.
you know, we love the butts. Anyway, so let's keep blowing on. Let's go a little bit more into this, and I think we're gonna do this as another stream because I want to go over so much other things. And thank you all, everybody who voted in the community post about what you would like us to do more streams of. And it looks like the conspiracy theory streams, Crackpot conspiracy theory streams are going to be the thing we're going to be pushing. So it will be crazy shite, drunken news, and crackpot conspiracies are going to be a constant. I don't know if we're going to do that.
I sent Slim some videos today.
Yes,
via Rumble. That would be great for Crackpot Conspiracy.
Yeah, and we will be going over that. So
I'm not
once again,
covering
thank
all
you,
4
Mama.
parts, but I'm covering just a little bit of it for my video next week.
Sure.
But there's
So,
4 parts to this. This one I sent
That
him.
will be fluffing. Mama's gonna fluff
Oh yeah,
us.
I'm gonna
beginning
I'm gonna
of
tease it. So when we're ready, when Slim does it, you'll be properly for foreplay will properly happen.
Exactly, Timely. So that's gonna be the top things we're gonna do, and then I had a couple of people hit me up about some cryptid stuff as well, and so that will be some of the things we're gonna do.
Okay.
So we're gonna be, as a regular is gonna be crazy shite, crackpot conspiracies, and drunken news will be our regulars, and then we may do a cryptid thing that happens twice a month. I think is probably what we're gonna do, and then we'll obviously do MAGA idiots, and then politicians say stupid things.
You can.
I like maggoticks. Maggoticks.
Yeah. Well, see, the problem that I had, and when we
Or
did
you could say maggots. That works.
They're the maggots, totally.
Maggots.
The thing is, brainless. I know I didn't put deep fakes and AI and whatever for this thing, but people seem to like some of the other things. But we're totally still gonna keep doing effing funny and AI generated stuff, and we'll be doing more deep fake stuff as well, and going from there. Oh, Captive Desk just showed up.
CD,
Hey, Captive Desk. How you doing?
Desk, are you blue?
No, Desk is not blue.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna make Desk blue because your last video was fucking amazing, and please share your stream. Sorry, your channel with us.
Yes, please share the link.
You are awesome. I didn't know you had a channel. Anybody who comes into here, if you have a channel that you want to share with any of us, please do that, or that you make content.
Shoot, I'm ready to screw it up. Please, no, undo. I didn't mean to do that.
What'd you do?
His name was right by that stupid heart.
Yeah,
I was trying to go to channel. So I'm sorry about that, Captive. Stupid. I freaking hate that heart on there. I don't know how to get it off.
Oh, I don't have that heart anymore. I don't know why, but
okay. So
dumbest thing YouTube ever did.
Captive, will you please put your channel link in the side of my chats so everybody can go there and subscribe and like? I subscribed this morning and I watched your video from yesterday or 2 days ago, and it was fucking awesome. So everybody show Captive Desk love for sure. And if there's anybody in the side of my chats, who wants to share their link or anything, please do that right now. I think most of us are blue. If you see anybody that is in here that you want to follow, go into the description and you will see a link to all of them. But please, everybody, give everybody else love, because that's exactly why we're here. No, of course, brother. And that was a fun video that you did. I didn't know that you made content, and it's awesome.
Yeah, make sure you hit the bell and click all, because I think that's why some people aren't getting notifications.
Yeah.
They're not clicking the all, they're clicking like personalized or something. So that's why you're not seeing a lot of
that's what it's
notifications.
that is for standard. But
And
you
you
still
can
haven't made them
also-
blue yet, but
Did I not?
I'll do no, they're still that last message is still gray like Shani's veg.
Because I thought I just made them blue.
It might have been when I accidentally hid them by mistake.
Yeah,
one could have override the other.
Second. Let me. Anyways, everybody give everybody else more love and stuff and things.
Yeah. I've been sub since Christmas.
Oh, maybe I didn't hit. There we below. Post it now. They're captive. Okay. I believe I did that the right way. Yeah, you should be. And Brainless already put it in there anyways. But everybody go show Captive Desk love, because they're fucking amazing. I'm sorry, I didn't know your content until this morning until I looked at it. But thank you.
Now we know, and we'll take a look at it.
Anyways, thank you all very much. I think we're just gonna stop here tonight. I know it's only an hour.
I got a meeting to get to, so
it is definitely difficult to go through this.
Yes, it
crap. And we will go through this in the future. And I would rather go through real conspiratorial stuff with y'all that are underground and weird shit than this bullshit, because it's so stupid and silly.
It is. You're right.
And I'd rather have fun with y'all instead of going over idiocracy like this.
Yes.
So anyways, thank you all very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Good night.
If there's anybody who wants to share anything, please let us know. Mama, is there anything you want to talk about?
No, I just did a What the Hell Karen today. So if you aren't familiar with my channel, you can go over there. You're all blue. Just my channel's in the description. You can click on it. And I think most of you are on there anyway. So,
Mama, will you do me a favor and just post the video link for what you just did for today?
Get it on there.
Just for the fuck of it. I'm pretty sure most of us have already seen it.
And I forgot Tuesday. I'm revisiting a thing I did with a balloon pressure gradient thing Tuesday. Okay. But I'll try to get that one that we were talking about earlier on Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's Mom's video. Mom's video.
Oh, you got it. Thank you, hon.
Ago. Yes.
My computer likes to run slow when it's doing too much stuff.
And speaking of that devil almost before, well, let's just let everybody else. Brainless, do you really motherfucking have anything to fucking share other than what we already do?
What I've got to share? Well, of course, what day is it tomorrow? It's Friday.
What does that mean?
Game night.
Which who and how and where and shape and form?
With Pirate.
Yep.
The 82-year-old.
I probably won't be there. We got errands and stuff to run tomorrow. So,
so
we got to do tomorrow.
Yeah. That's there. I don't think the live is. No, the live is not.
I don't think she has a link up yet. But there's her channel.
There's her channel.
Inside chat.
Also, she got funny videos. She reads stories with her.
Yes.
With her Scottish accent.
If you've never heard a Scottish person read funny videos or read funny thingy,
I think
you need to motherfucking go there because it's fucking. You will be.
And I think it's usually blind reading because
she doesn't read them ahead of time because you hear her laughing sometimes when she's reading them.
Sometimes
she gets little giggles.
Especially her most popular video.
Yes. But her gaming streams usually start at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody go subscribe to her and check us out. If if she's not doing something tomorrow, maybe somebody else may be doing a gaming stream. We'll see. But let's find out if she is. If not, anybody who would like to thank you, Captive. If there's anybody who wants to subscribe to all the rest of the stream pervs, look in the description and go there. Brains keeps posting things.
Yeah, that's Pips. That's a very, very, very funny video.
Yeah.
Pervs. It's a little bit naughty, but it's funny.
Well, all of them are naughty.
Most of them are naughty, yeah.
So, anyways,
giggity.
Thank you all very much for being here.
Thank
and
you all.
out, and we have lots of more fun stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Well, not as much fun, but interesting. I'd say.
Yes.
We did not get into the like crazy fucked up shit exactly, and just I wanted to reiterate.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
I wanted to reiterate with all the fucking people that were like saying that it was a picnic and blah blah blah, and trying to show that right quick before we got into the caucuses of stuff, and we're about ready there, and the caucuses are really weird, and we're gonna go over some of those.
Because it's election year,
and Trump can't be put into the ballot in 3 states, and then there's 5 other states that are like on the ebbing and flowing of it and stuff. So we'll get into that, and I felt like this was a good springboard from the beginning, to get into some of that stuff. Although I don't really want to go into it, but how I can't not, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yep.
And especially since the mole people keep asking me to keep doing these streams for some
Damn
reason,
mole
and
people! This is what mole people do. I mean, you can't say no to them.
Because I already signed the contract and all that stuff to be here.
There's consequences, right? If you say no,
Yeah, they have the anal shocker. If I don't say the right thing,
then the reptilians get involved, and it's just a whole mess.
That's why I never listen, because they got the anal shocker.
Well, it's the mole people is the anal shocker,
not just
and
the
ball shocker. The ball shocker is the lizard people. And then the.
I don't like that.
We'll talk about it later.
I don't like the ball shocker. But yeah.
Ball shocker.
I won't say what they do to females. I mean, it's not fun. It's just not fun.
The twat shocker is not fun.
If your hair wasn't curly before, it will be.
Anyways.
People walk around saying, "When'd you get the perm? What perm?" Yeah, you're like, "What perm?" It's not a perm.
It's not. Anyways, all right. Thank you all very much. We'll talk to you all
guys
tomorrow and or on Monday. This weekend I don't know if a commander is doing a thing on Saturday, but I will be doing shows all weekend long at the Aggie. So I will probably not be here for most of the weekend, and then Monday I'll be here again, or Tuesday.
Well, I'll let you know. I'm going to head over to the meeting now.
Monday.
Yeah, you do.
I'm going to head over to the Discord meeting now. I'll let you know, Slim.
Definitely.
What's going on? So everybody, thank you for coming. Have a good night. I got to go. I'm already late.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.